Hello, it's Lauren O'Hagan from Restore Your Core. And today we're talking about the psoas, and I'm going to show you 4 super simple and super effective exercises for the psoas. So what is the psoas? It's a very popular muscle, that's for sure. It is a muscle that connects from your inner thigh all the way up into your spine. So the spine is in the back of the body, but also the front. A lot of people don't realize. So it comes all the way up and connects to the spine. And it doesn't actually connect to the front of the spine, but that is not neither here nor there. It facilitates leg swing in walking. It facilitates core integrity, really helps us maintain the ability to move 3-dimensionally in our entire trunk. It is our fight or flight muscle. It is the filet mignon in a steak. I don't eat meat, but I've heard that it's juicy and delicious. And that is what it should be for the human body too, is this juicy, delicious expression of muscle. What happens, unfortunately, is that due to many, many factors, lifestyle choices, sitting all the time, movement patterns, moving in a very specific way all of the time, the psoas can get kind of short, tight, grumpy, less supple, less juicy, less facilitating of kind of dynamic movement. And this can show up as the pelvis can be tipped forward. So this anterior pelvic tilt, the ribs can kind of be thrusted forward. There can be this kind of rigidity through the trunk. People will experience low back pain and tension, a lot of tightness, no matter what end of the day. They always want to stretch their low back. It just feels like it always needs to be released. That can all be psoas. And so here are 4 exercises that I really love. What I see people doing all the time is stretching. But unfortunately, they're just kind of yanking and tugging on the psoas, and there's not a lot of change to the psoas. The sequence that I'm showing you, which I use with a lot of my clients, works wonders because it's giving input, load, strength into the psoas. A tight muscle isn't a strong muscle, so a tight muscle actually needs strength. So this sequence really honors that and is giving some strength back into the psoas and then creating some length as well. So one of the first things I like to do with the psoas is a release. And this is a great release. It's a leg swing. You stand up on a block or a stack of books, something stable. You come near a wall, hold on to the wall, and then the leg that's furthest away from the wall, you're just going to start swinging it. So what you might find at first is that your leg doesn't want to sway. It's kind of like, right? There's just a lot. It doesn't really have this swing quality. So in the same way that you can just kind of swing your arms and then your arm kind of rebounds back, you want your leg to rebound back, right? So it's nice to kind of push it, and then it just comes back. So it's not doing this. It's not that your leg is moving itself. It's swinging through space. So I usually tell my clients to set a timer for at least a minute and just swing. After you do one side, walk around. You will feel the difference. It's like, I feel like this leg is super long now. This leg is really tight. So walk around after you do each side. That's the leg swing. The next one, now we've released. Now we're going to do an exercise to strengthen. You can bring your foot in front of you on the heel, or you can even elevate it on something. It doesn't matter. You don't want to fall into this kind of pattern here, this tilting pattern. So try to tuck your pelvis under you just a little bit, especially if you have your leg on something. And you're just going to start to lift and raise your leg up slowly. It doesn't have to get very high. So we're not, throwing the leg up. We're not rounding the spine, right? We're keeping everything as it was. And we're lifting the leg as high as we feel that we can hold 6 seconds. And then lower it down slowly. It will be hard, and it will burn, and it will cramp, and your body will want to kind of do this, and you'll want to throw, there'll be all sorts of things you want to do besides not moving anything else. So nothing else moves. if this is the leg I'm going to be standing on, I kind of push that hip inward. I then tuck my pelvis a little bit and I begin to raise. And you just stop when you feel that you're about to lose that integrity. Hold 6 seconds and release. Okay, that's the second exercise. Try to get to do 6 per leg. These only help if you do them regularly. Okay, your next exercise is we're going to just bring some length into that. So you can split your legs on 2 different train tracks, and your back leg your heel is going to be off the floor and your knee bent, and you're going to tuck your pelvis under you a little bit, right? So again, we're not in this arched open position. So knee bent, tuck, and then you're going to reach your back heel towards the floor gently without losing this, right? So mine doesn't touch the floor. It doesn't have to touch the floor. You're just energetically pushing it back like you're straightening your knee, but you're not letting your hips fall out of their alignment. And then you're going to take this other knee. For me, it's my right knee, and I'm going to push it forward. Oh my gosh, huge stretch here. And if you want, you can then add a bit of a side bend. I find that to be quite a lot. I do the first 3 without the side bend. Just, again, heel reaching back, knee reaching forward. What my body wants to do to cheat is push the heel down, arch my back, and fall forward like this. That's not what we're doing, although that's a really nice stretch on my calf. Not what we're doing for the psoas, though. So to reiterate, knees bent, both of them. Back heel reaching to the floor. The knee might straighten, but now we're tucking under, really tucking under, and then drifting the knee forward. Ooh. And then if you want to add, that was my open side. If you want to add the side bend, it's going to make it a lot more intense. You can always hold on to a wall for support. I say do about 6 of them without the side bend, then do the side bend for 1 with like 6 breaths. So you just come into the side bend. Well, it takes a while to get into it. Then you're into it, you come into the side bend and just hold here for a few breaths, maybe 4, maybe 6. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to do, so when we were standing now, we had our leg back behind us and we had our pelvis tucked, and that's how we got this stretch. The same thing has to happen for any position we're in if we want to target the psoas. So we're going to lie on our side and bring our leg behind us. It's going to be better for you if I kind of give my back to you as I describe this. So you're coming to lie on your side. You can put something under your head and you're lying on your side. So you're going to lie here. You're going to move, I'm on my left side. You're going to move that right hip down. You're going to tuck your pelvis under. So now there's a little bit of a space here underneath my right waist. I'm going to start to reach my right leg back behind me, and what's going to happen is my whole back is going to try to arch and extend. That's where the work is. So you can use your right hand on the floor to stabilize, and you're reaching your leg back behind you without your pelvis arching, your low back arching. You may not get very far. This is not an exercise that's about how far can I get my leg back behind you. This is literally about getting these tissues to release because they're so tight. Remember, the psoas is right in there. So again, if I just come to my right side, I first move this left hip away from me. I get a little bit of a hole behind me, straighten my leg, no problem. Now I start to reach this leg. I'm going to put my hand on the floor to stabilize. And I start to reach this leg back. And I stop when I feel like my body is opening. So it might be really frustrating at first. When I first began this, my leg went back like a few inches. I usually just keep going and going. I do like a bunch of reps because with each rep I get further back. I'm going to give my back to you again, just so you can see. This bottom leg can be bent or straight. It really doesn't matter. Whatever's more comfortable for your body, but get that hip pressing away. get that gentle tucking, and just begin to reach the leg back behind you very slowly. You'd be surprised, the muscles start to give, but it takes a while. You'll feel your glute really engaging. The psoas and glutes are very connected. And then we release and just keep doing that. When I've done a whole bunch of those and I feel like I did my work, I'll often finish with a really nice reaching open. So my left leg reaches forward, my body twists, and then the same thing, reaching back, but now I'm turning my hips to the floor. I'm less focused on the alignment, and I'm kind of just being more in the flow zone. Thinking about that leg reach as I lift my head, turn my chest, and reach. This is a really beautiful expression of the psoas, and you don't have to micromanage it, and you don't have to be like, oh, wait, she said to do this to my pelvis. No, here we're letting go. We're just opening and closing a whole bunch of times. So those are the exercises that I absolutely love. When you're done with that, it's very important to then give yourself a little bit of a rest. So you lie on your back with a pillow or something under your head, close your eyes, and really, really rest your body. The psoas, again, is that fight or flight muscle. It gets jacked up or tight or tense in response to our life, our stress, our nervous system. So after you've done a practice that is very psoas focused, it is really important to just rest and give yourself a moment to integrate and digest that work. If you are looking for a deeper way to access your psoas, to access your nervous system, to integrate through your core, then my 12-week Restore Your Core program is a fantastic place to begin with that. Thank you so much for joining, and enjoy.